the lies. You know, I started out when I got the divorce with so many lies. Me and my mama were stealing money and all types of stuff. So I'm kind of numb to it. It's unfortunate. I hate it for my husband.
Whenever the words divorce and Shaunie are mentioned together, people on social media quickly take notice. Shaunie O'Neal, known for her celebrity-filled past, successful businesses, and her strong presence behind a popular reality show, has always been surrounded by some kind of drama. From her highly publicized marriage and split with NBA star Shaquille O'Neal to her surprising relationship with Pastor Keon Henderson, she stayed in the spotlight. Now, there's buzz going around that Shaunie and Pastor Keon might be ending their relationship, leaving many fans confused and unsure what to believe. Are they really separating? Or is this just another rumor getting in the way of Shaunie's personal journey? Let's look at the social media storm and the signs that are making people talk.
That's another thing that it's just like, I feel bad because I came with this, like you said, TMZ, we did go to lunch one time.
Shaunie O'Neal first caught public attention as Shaquille O'Neal's wife. Their relationship flourished during NBA championship wins and under the bright lights of Hollywood. But then, their sudden breakup shocked everyone. Their split turned messy and made headlines, leaving fans stunned. After the divorce, Shaunie built her own path, becoming a strong reality TV figure and a smart businesswoman who knew exactly how to turn drama into success.
We were sitting at we were in LA visiting my family, and we were sitting outside, and like the TMZ bus, y'all know the one you can get on and they take you around to the celebrity homes. We were eating somewhere.
Years later, fans watched a new part of Shaunie's life begin as she got together with Pastor Keon Henderson. At first, many thought they were an unusual match, a famous reality star and a faith-driven pastor. But somehow, they made it work. Pictures of them volunteering, attending church events, and bringing their families together quickly spread across Instagram. Gossip pages often pointed out how well they connected. Pastor Henderson's community seemed to benefit from Shaunie's lively energy, while Shaunie found the kind of faith and support she had been missing for a long time.
Drove by and he was like, you know, they stopped and they taking the pictures. He was like, "This is my life." And I'm like, no, kind of, yeah.
Their connection grew so strong that it eventually led to marriage. Paparazzi snapped pictures of them on romantic trips and at church events, which only made fans even more excited. Big entertainment outlets started calling them a rare couple who blended the worlds of showbiz and faith. But in the weeks before rumors of a breakup started, fans began to spot some changes. Posts of the two together became rare, and quiet whispers of trouble behind the scenes started to spread. An article on MSN titled, "I Hate It for My Husband," claimed Shaunie felt sorry for Pastor Keon, who was reportedly dealing with lingering issues tied to her history with Shaq. The article didn't directly mention divorce, but it raised more questions about how much stress their relationship was under. On social media, people began leaving comments like, "Shaunie can't get away from Shaq's shadow," and "Pastor Henderson must have walked into a hornet's nest."
And I'm so sorry. So that's all I can say, but it's like, I feel horrible. Like, I remember a
Reddit thread titled, "I would have stayed single forever, LOL," linked to a mysterious comment people claimed Shaunie made, set the internet buzzing. Reddit users argued about whether she regretted getting married again so soon. One person joked that Shaunie went from Shaq to a pastor and should have seen the drama coming. Another jumped in to defend her, saying she deserved peace, and that church life could be even more dramatic than the NBA. As the online chatter grew, the couple's quietness on social media mixed with even more rumors. An insider claimed there were issues over money, busy schedules, and the fact that their lives never truly blended. Was Shaunie realizing they were just too different? Or were people just overthinking a few small signs?
Get my audible and my voice sounds monotone is because I was in a sunken place that day because of that man getting online and saying that about me, because all I was thinking about was my husband, and he knew it was a lie, but it's just...
One big hint that fueled rumors of a split was the couple's sudden silence on social media. When Shaunie and Pastor Keon first got together, their Instagram accounts were full of photos from date nights, charity events, and family moments. But in the months leading up to the rumored breakup, those posts disappeared. Fans took to Twitter, sharing side-by-side comparisons of how their once active feeds had gone quiet about their relationship. At the same time, Shaunie began posting quotes on her Instagram stories about knowing your worth and letting go of what no longer serves you. Many of her followers took this as a sign that her marriage was in trouble. Meanwhile, her official posts mainly focused on her children, her business ventures, and personal growth, while comments about Pastor Keon were either ignored or answered with cryptic emojis or no response at all.
All the people that like to believe that type of stuff that call him. So he's like, babe, my phone is blowing up. And he's like, are people calling you? I'm like, no, because...
On Pastor Kaon's side, many in his congregation admired Shaunie's presence, believing she brought new energy to the ministry. However, not everyone shared the same sentiment. Some were less thrilled, quietly suggesting that the pastor had gotten caught up in the drama of reality TV. Gossip sites reported that a few longtime church members felt overshadowed by Shaunie's celebrity status. One Facebook post from a claimed former member read, "I left the church when it turned into a reality show." While there was no direct proof to confirm the person's identity, the story quickly gained attention and spread.
If I say the N-word, no, because... I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Additional rumors circulated around Pastor Kaon's alleged requests for significant donations from the congregation. Some articles reported that he had asked for large sums of money to fund church renovations or expansions. Online, people joked that maybe Shaunie wasn't as eager to contribute financially as others thought. One influencer tweeted, "If Pastor Henderson thinks Shaunie is going to bankroll his every project, he better think again. She learned her lessons from the Shack days."
Absolutely.
Made you fall in love?
Yeah, I mean, along with, I think Keon helps me, he motivates me to just be a better...
The financial issues, along with the rumored lingering drama from Shaquille O'Neal's past, fueled growing theories about stress in Shaunie and Pastor Keon's relationship. This only added to the speculation that a divorce might be on the way. Shaunie had built her public image as a strong, savvy figure who knew how to handle drama, especially on her reality show. She wasn't just a cast member, she was the executive producer, making decisions and shaping the storylines. Fans saw her as a boss who rarely let anyone push her around. This professional image set high expectations for how she would deal with any personal challenges, especially a potential marriage crisis.
Make better decisions, show a lot more grace, just be intentional about what I do, how I function. We have a...
Meanwhile, Pastor Keon Henderson had a magnetic presence that drew people in. His sermons, widely shared online, focused on resilience, personal growth, and building community. However, critics argued that despite his motivational messages, the rumored tensions at home could hurt his credibility. Some noted the challenges of managing a second marriage under the public eye, especially when married to a celebrity. One pointed comment under a viral sermon link read, "Being married to a star is no stroll in the park, especially for a pastor."
Routine.
You're starting
prayer.
a new podcast together.
Yes, we are. We actually have started shooting the podcast.
They told me we have a clip.
Shaunie largely avoided commenting directly on the rumors. However, some speculated that she might have felt uneasy about the marriage from the start. One report even suggested that Shaq had asked Shaunie to hold off on remarrying, hoping for one last chance at reconciliation. Though these rumors were never confirmed, social media observers speculated that any new tension between Shaunie and Pastor Keon could be tied to Shaq's ongoing presence in her life.
I had the perfect situation. Wife was finer than a mug. Kept giving me babies, still finer than a mug. I had it all. Just sometimes and I don't make excuses.
Shaq's regrets about his divorce from Shaunie have never been a secret. He's openly discussed his personal mistakes on talk shows, leading some fans to wonder if he might try to re-enter Shaunie's life if her marriage were to fall apart. He should have done that years ago if he wanted to fix it, one commenter wrote on a sports forum. Another fan insisted, "They've both moved on, let them be." But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Despite all the rumors about a possible divorce, there have been no official statements, no court documents, no legal separation forms, and no press release. Are we all just chasing a ghost story, or is the supposed split more about a public breakdown than a legal divorce?
And then, when I didn't have that, I was lost. 76,000 square foot house by yourself. Lost.
One rumor suggests that Shaunie realized she would have stayed single forever if she had known sooner about Pastor Keon's true intentions. Another rumor claims that Henderson told close associates he was done fighting the tabloid speculation and was ready to give up. However, neither claim has been confirmed by those within their inner circle, leaving us with a mix of hearsay, typical of entertainment gossip. Occasionally, friends and acquaintances from Shaunie's circle speak out. One widely shared tweet from a self-described close friend claimed that Shaunie was going through a rough time, but that didn't mean she was necessarily getting a divorce. Another person said, "If Shaunie's done, we'd see it on her Instagram by now. She's not one to hide."
Kids go to the gym, nobody's playing in the gym. You go to their room, nobody's there. You start to feel it.
The chatter from those who claim to know Shaunie suggests that any tension might be more about external pressure than an internal crisis. They also point out that if Shaunie were truly on the verge of another divorce, the media-savvy star would likely handle it strategically, possibly even turning it into a new TV special given her reality show background. While fans continue to argue in the comment sections, Shaunie and Pastor Henderson remain notably quiet. Some interpret this silence as a sign that something major is brewing, while others believe it's a calculated move to let the rumors fade, confident that the storm will pass if left without attention.
I'm sure people want to know, what's the ups and downs of being married to me? Go ahead, you can say it. I give you permission to go ahead and say it.
Shaunie is known for controlling the narrative, with a history of letting drama build up before stepping in with a calm, well-timed explanation. Observers suggest she might be waiting for the right moment to address the rumors, potentially turning them into a promotional opportunity for her next big project. An interesting angle is how Shaunie's rumored marital issues tie into her new role in ministry circles. In a culture where marriage is often viewed as sacred, talk of a second divorce can raise eyebrows among churchgoers. Pastor Keon Henderson, in particular, is at a delicate crossroads, trying to balance his congregation's conservative expectations with the modern realities of being married to a star.
You knew what you were getting into.
Yeah, I think, yes, you do, but at the same time, you do think, okay, we're getting married, we're having kids, we're
Could the rumor of a split be tied to differing philosophies on how public or private they should be? Or is it more about outside influences like paparazzi, reality show producers, or even Shaq's extended circle causing tension? If, hypothetically, Shaunie and Pastor Henderson do decide to split, the aftermath would be monumental. Another high-profile divorce for Shaunie would spark a social media frenzy, with speculation about her next steps. Would she launch a new show focused on single life again, or retreat deeper into spiritual renewal? The same questions would arise for Henderson. Would he be able to maintain the respect of his congregation, or would the split overshadow his messages?
things are going to change. And that's probably a complete delusional thought process. Right. But you do think that, or you have those hopes.
And let's not forget the children and stepchildren involved. Blended families often face additional challenges, and the emotional toll could be immense. However, Shaunie's track record suggests she would prioritize the kids above all else, no matter the personal heartbreak. Conversely, if the alleged divorce is just smoke and mirrors, we might soon see the couple reemerge stronger than ever. Perhaps they'll share a romantic vacation on social media or make a joint appearance at a charity event, silencing the critics with a single public display of affection. The cynics might argue it's all damage control, while fans would breathe a sigh of relief. In a world where illusions and authenticity are constantly at odds, only Shaunie and Henderson truly know what's going on behind closed doors.
You know what? This will all stop. It'll all go away, like Tinkerbell. And you're just the one that's like, okay, you look at those kids, you know, you're a family and you gotta...
Why does this potential split captivate so many? For starters, Shaunie's narrative arcs have always intrigued viewers. From a glamorous NBA wife to an executive producer in reality TV, she has consistently held her own in the spotlight. Then, there's the drama of combining Hollywood hype with a pastor's simpler world. The audience can't help but watch as these two contrasting worlds collide or clash. Finally, Shaq's towering shadow looms even post-divorce. His global star power remains intertwined with Shaunie's storyline, and people can't help but wonder if he has an opinion on her rumored personal turmoil. His self-professed regrets about their past feed an unending curiosity. Could he swoop in, or does he prefer to watch from the sidelines?
He supports me in a relationship. I support him. We have a great, co-parenting.
As of this writing, no conclusive evidence supports the idea that Shaunie O'Neal and Pastor Keon Henderson are definitely headed for divorce. What we have is a swirl of rumors, unverified claims, and strategic silences. It's the perfect recipe for a major Hollywood rumor. Enough partial truths to stoke interest, but lacking that final confirmation. What we do know is that the speculation alone has been enough to rattle fans. The meltdown across Twitter, Instagram, and celebrity blogs proves that whenever Shaunie's name is in the headlines, curiosity abounds. Whether it's heartbreak or yet another triumphant chapter in her complex life, the next few months should shed light on what's fact and what's fiction.
Seriously, it took us a long time to get there. Don't get me wrong. It was not an easy journey, but
So, is Shaunie O'Neal truly on the brink of another divorce? Or is this gossip simply another wave in her turbulent public life? We want to hear from you. Do you think the rumor is credible or just another social media exaggeration? And how do you feel about Pastor Keon's role? Can a high-profile pastor effectively handle the glare of reality TV fame? Drop your comments below, and let's get the conversation rolling. And if you're thirsting for more unfiltered celebrity updates, you know what to do. Subscribe to stay locked for the next juicy reveal in Hollywood, basketball drama, and beyond. Let's keep it real, folks, because in Shaunie's world, you never know what bombshell is about to drop next.